Hi everyone, thought I would do an updated video on the weight loss that seems to have struck a chord with a lot of you. Hey, I don't blame you. I'm looking into everyone doing videos that are making us healthier. So I would say I'm definitely 3 weeks deep into this now, and as of today, another half pound off. So 6.5 pounds down. I am not upset about that at all. I think that's okay. And I know it's going to slow down greatly, and I'll tell you exactly what I did yesterday. Yesterday for, let's see, I had the coffee, 2% milk, and the first thing I ate, let's see, I did have a piece of Dave's bread with toasted with peanut butter on it. I did have a piece of Swiss cheese for a snack in the afternoon. And then I didn't have much yesterday. I did have an orange, and then at night I had, it was a Caesar salad with no dressing. By the way, when I say I eat salads, I do not put dressing on it. I've never really liked dressing that much. If I am going to do a dressing, it's probably going to be like a balsamic vinaigrette, something like that. But there was no dressing on the Caesar. They had like an avocado dressing, so I would dip my fork in it, and then salmon on top of that. So that was my protein. So that's what I had, and then I was a half a pound down today. Now this is without working out because it's been really hot here, so I did not work out yesterday. And today I'm going to try to get myself out there in the heat. So still staying with it. Now, I did comment to one of the viewers that I would do an update on, rule of 5 and how to do this easier. I mentioned calories in one of the video, but really I don't count calories. And I just try to eat when I'm hungry, and I don't eat if I'm not hungry. I don't eat because it's breakfast time or lunch time. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. And so that just extends the intermittent fasting. So most of you that watch this already know, but intermittent fasting is you sleep overnight and you're not eating, right? So say you sleep 8 hours. Well, every hour you add on to that is extending your fasting time. And then say if you don't eat till 10 a.m. or 12 p.m., you've broken the fast. And then hopefully your window of eating could be 4 hours or 6 hours. You just have to tailor it to your lifestyle. So I do intermittent fasting. I find that I sleep better if I don't have a meal late at night. It does give your cells and your gut a chance to relax and heal. I know some of you are losing weight doing, the snack or the eating every 3 hours, which that used to be a very recommended way of doing things. And I think that can work for a lot of you. For me personally, and I've mentioned this on a comment, I do have diverticulosis. Right now, it's not diverticulitis, is when you actually have inflammation in the gut or like an active infection going on. But so for me, going for periods without eating is just very healing to my gut. The bloat goes down, my pain goes away. So if any of you are dealing with gut or GI issues, I think intermittent fasting is a great way to calm and soothe everything. And I think it's good for the gut microbiome as well to not be constantly feeding that gut bacteria, and especially with sugar, because we do know that if you do eat a lot of sugar and carbs, it can change your microbiome, and then you end up maybe having some bad bugs in there that can cause bloating, gas, or IBS symptoms or whatnot. I'm not saying sugar is the cause of that. It could be, there's a myriad of things, antibiotics, traveling and eating food and water that's tainted with a bacteria that can mess up your microbiome. There's a lot of causes of it. Pesticides on food, like the latest one everyone's talking about is glyphosate. People have been talking about that for a long time, though. Sprayed on wheat. If you are listening to RFK Jr. at all, he's an environmental attorney, and he's been very outspoken about pesticides on our food products, including wheat and corn. And the coincidence of the rise in gluten sensitivity and celiacs when they started spraying large amounts of glyphosate and pesticides directly on our wheat to dry out the wheat. You can find out more of that. You can just Google Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and what he's talking about on that. And this is not new news. We've known about this for a long time. So I don't always eat organic. I try to, if I can, to avoid pesticides. But, if you are suffering from any gut issues, like I'm myself, diverticulosis, so I do have cramping, gut pain, and I've had years of IBS, but I'm now told it's diverticulosis. So, but I know I've traveled to other countries before and have come back with IBS symptoms, and then I've come up with my own cleanses and ways to treat that, and probiotics here and there. Sometimes probiotics can make it worse. So again, you need to kind of talk to someone who understands how to treat that before just experimenting, because you could get worse. I know I went off on a tangent there, but gut health is so important to weight loss because, for example, I love popcorn and I think that's such a great weight loss food, but I myself can't eat that. I end up with like, oh my gosh, my gut just kills me after eating popcorn. So you kind of want to know what's going on with your gut health. And so that's why I bring this up. So as far as weight loss, if you can avoid toxic foods, maybe try organic or farmer's market, or if you have to buy regular food in the grocery store, for example, if you're buying fruit, you know, you put it in a big bowl with water, you can put a cup of vinegar in that. I've seen a recipe online where you can even sprinkle some baking soda in that as well. But really, white vinegar and water in a big bowl is enough. You soak it for a few hours to dissolve the pesticides on there. And anyway, so back to weight loss. So that's what I ate yesterday. Of course, weight loss is going to slow down because the water weight came off, the big amount, and now, you know, because your body wants to survive. You don't want to be losing weight rapidly because that's not how we're, meant to survive in times of famine. So anyway, I'll just keeping you up to date. I don't starve myself. If I'm hungry, I eat. So to be more specific on Rule of 5 way of eating, look at the label. Look at the carbohydrates. Look at the fiber. Divide the two. If it comes in at a 5 or less, that's a free food. I call it a free food. That means you can eat that food. And so I'll give you an example. Say you buy a loaf of bread and it has 30 grams of carbs per slice. Well, how much fiber grams does it have per slice? Well, the label says it has 6. Okay, 6 divides into 30 5 times. Oh, you can eat that bread. Say you get a bread that has 20 grams of carbs. How much fiber does it have? 2 grams? Well, 2 goes into 20 10 times. Nope, don't eat that bread. That bread is not going to be good for weight loss. You know, fiber slows down the insulin response. Like it slows down the release of the sugar into the bloodstream, the digestion. It takes longer to break that down. And that's why you want high fiber food. Plus, I like to call fiber the broom of the gut. It's just kind of cleaning out the gut as we go, which is a really good idea too. And when you eat clean, high fiber, healthy food, fruits, vegetables, and your protein, it does change your microbiome. It does. It takes a while, but it does. But if you already have an existing problem, I'd be curious what's going on with you. So comment below. I'm not going to give individual medical advice, but I would love to kind of focus and talk about things individually. Because I know if I eat something that upsets my stomach and I get really bloated, even though I've had weight loss, I look like I've gained 20 pounds. I'm like, oh, sometimes eggs do that to me. So I probably have a little bit of a problem with eggs, but I still eat them. Pineapple too. Every now and then I'll eat pineapple and my tongue will feel a little strange. So I probably have a slight allergy to pineapple. I get a little bit of a stomach ache without it, but I love it so much. And you know, they say how you crave the foods you're allergic to. Yeah. Not all of them, but many of them. So there's not really any more tips, just continuing to follow Rule of 5. If I hit a plateau today, I would probably make today an egg, 1 hard-boiled egg and a can of tuna a day, but I don't have to because I was down a half a pound, so I'm going to do Rule of 5 today. If I wake up tomorrow and I'm at a plateau, then I'm going to throw in my hard-boiled egg and tuna day, and I've been considering doing that every other day because I really want to be 6 pounds lighter before I go to Hawaii. Again, not a vanity thing, but I want to be comfortable in that airline seat for 6 hours because I don't want to get an injury. And I think if I'm lighter, it'll be easier on my back. And those of you that travel and have backaches, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, that's the news that I have. I was going to talk about one more thing. You know, that I don't know where I saw this on Instagram or I don't know, one of those things, that the summer trend, which I think is really easy, that's coming back, is add 1 piece of glitter or shimmer or sequins to your outfit. Apparently that's the thing for summer 2023. So I threw on this shiny sweater just to give you an idea. But say if I had a white top on and white pants, then I'm going to break out this purse that by the way, I've had, God, for years, but I'm going to use it again. That's my shimmery purse. So that would be my one item. So apparently the summer trend is just add one glittery or sequined item to your outfit, just to make that pop. And I just thought, oh, that's a cool trend because I love shimmery, glittery, sequiny things. Who doesn't? Anyway, I thought that was a good tip for today. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the next one.